Hour.
It's such a catchy tune, isn't it?
It is. It
Yeah.
is. It almost reminds me of some other theme song. I can't place it.
What, Sex in the City?
Oh, that's it.
Welcome, everybody. Hey, how are you? My name is Dan Levine, and welcome to Happy Hour. I am the artistic director of a theater in Ridgefield, Connecticut called A.C.T. of Connecticut. This is Bryan Perri, resident music supervisor of A.C.T. of Connecticut. Bryan was also the music director of Wicked on Broadway for many years, like a decade, and is currently the music director of Jagged Little Pill on Broadway, taking an extended
intermission, as it were.
Yeah, so this is our live stream every other Friday. We do our happy hour. We have had some incredible guests, people like Lindsay Mendez, Katie Rose Clark, Christian Borle was here last week, just along with Jessica Vosk, Derek Klena, Catherine Gallagher, and tonight we have three of, well, I would say the biggest names in orthography. Yes, I Googled that word. It means the study of letters. The study of letters. It's been a week. I can't.
The study of letters.
The study of letters and words, and it's called
Mm-hmm.
orthography. Tonight we have three of ACT's favorite characters returning. We have the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bees, Logan Schwarz and Grubenniere, William Barfee, and Olive Ostrovsky. These are some of the most intelligent, entertaining, quirky kids that I have ever met. Yes, they are children, and I am so excited to see them again. But before we bring them on, let's invite our executive director, ACT's executive director, to be part of the broadcast. Here is Katie Diamond. Hey!
Hello.
How are you?
I am just dandy. How are you?
We're okay. We had cheers. Yeah, cheers.
I matched my drink to my shirt today.
Mine's gone already.
Oh, wow. I muddled mint and everything. I picked it from the garden.
He muddled mint.
Oh, who are you?
I know. Katie, I know that we had some internet connections with your home earlier, so if we lose you, we'll just call back in. You know.
I know. If you lose me, I apologize. I'll be back.
All right, good. We know. Before we meet our spellers, and I cannot wait for those of you that did not see Spelling Bee at ACT. Yeah, these characters, these kids, you're gonna fall in love with as we did. People in Ridgefield, Connecticut, are still talking about these kids. But before we do, I know that there's some viewers that might have not seen our live streams before, and we wanted to give you a little background
on the live streams and the theater.
On the theater,
ACT. Yeah. If you don't know ACT, you're gonna know it in a minute. So here we go.
Words are hard to find this week.
That's why I'm here.
Very hard. All right, so here we go. We are going to add this to the stream. Yep, I am going to maximize it. There we go. ACT of Connecticut is a not-for-profit professional theater located in beautiful Ridgefield, Connecticut. We produce and present 4 shows each season. We are an equity theater just a little over an hour outside of New York City, so we're able to employ incredible Broadway talent and designers, directors, choreographers, and we also have a thriving artistic community here in Fairfield County. So we have a pretty great mix of local and Broadway talent. We have a very active conservatory program for young aspiring performers, and we believe that theater matters, and we are committed to bringing art and theater to this community. Now, just like all theaters, obviously we are currently closed. We canceled our last 2 productions of this season, as well as our annual gala, but we are continuing to entertain and engage audiences with our various live streams. We had our first live stream event with our friend Stephen Schwartz, of course, composer of Godspell, Pippin, and Wicked, and that one has been viewed by over 70,000 people. And we are continuing with our weekly live stream programming in order to bring joy and laughter to all of our patrons and viewers. We've got a few live stream series going on right now, including Story Time, which is a great series for our younger viewers, and of course, this show called Happy Hour. I'm now going to remove this from the... Yeah, okay, almost. I almost got it. Yeah, there we are. All right, good. So that's the background on... How'd I do, Katie?
You were great. Oh, it's fantastic, Daniel.
Fantastic, energetic, charismatic, magnetic.
Oh my God. This week, I can't.
We know. It's been a rough one.
It's been a rough one.
But
yeah.
We recognize the fact that spelling bees all across the nation, including the Scripps National Spelling Bee, have been completely canceled due to COVID-19. So we at ACT felt terrible for that. So we wanted to have, as Daniel said, our 3 favorite spellers back to join us. So right now, we'd love to introduce our spellers.
We should, yes. All right, let's bring on this. I love this girl. This is Logan Schwarz and Grubenniere. She is one of the most eccentric, intelligent, nutty little kids. Bestest. Let's bring on our friend. We have to ask how old she is because I think she's 11 now.
Well,
but here she is, Logainne Schwarz and Grubenniere. Hey!
Oh, it's really great to be here. I'm 10.
Oh, you're 10.
I'm 10 now. Yeah, I'm in 5th grade. I mean, I was when there was a 5th grade. But
right, totally.
No more though. No more 5th grade.
Where are you actually right now?
Well, I'm in Brooklyn now. So the situation is my dad, I don't know if you know, but he does anesthesia for plastic surgery. So, like before you get your nose bonked in, you have to go to sleep. And that's what he does. And people wake up more attractive.
I see. Katie, do you know him?
Do I know him? Do I go to him?
I do.
My nose and tell me.
My Botox guy isn't open yet, I don't think.
Well, this is what I'm saying. My dad was doing anesthesia for plastic surgery, but now he's on the front line. He is a hero because nobody's really getting nose jobs. They need him to do COVID work. So we're in Brooklyn in the center of a pandemic.
Well, we are very grateful to your dad for that.
What's your other dad's name? So you've got Dan as one of your dads. What's your other dad's name?
Carl,
that's right. And we met them during the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and that was a lot of fun. We're going to talk about your dads in just a little bit, but let's who's next? Who do we want to bring on next?
I think we should bring on our very, very good friend Olive Ostrovsky.
Let's find Olive. Olive!
Thank you.
Hey.
Hi, Logan.
How are ya?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
We're good. What's going on with you? Where are you?
Well, I'm at my mom's. She came back from India, and now I'm staying with her over quarantine, and we're in the yoga corner. This is like the spiritual corner, like our yoga mat, and this is our Buddha where we rub the belly for good luck. I don't even know, it's like something that she brought for me, and so I really like this corner. Nice.
That's great because I know, I remember during the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee that you were really, really, really missing your mom. So it's wonderful to know that she's back. How great.
It's good. I really like it.
Good. I'm glad. We'll talk a little bit more to you in just a minute, but let's bring on this guy. I mean, this guy, if you don't know this guy, you're going to fall in love with this guy. This is our very, very good friend, William Barfee.
That's pronounced Barfee. It's Barfee with an accent aigu.
I always forget that.
So I'm sorry about that, William. How are you? How you doing?
Well, I'm pretty much doing great. I'm here at my parents' house. I turned my bedroom into an office, and I do all my homework here.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh, good. You're looking good. I noticed that you've matured a lot over since we've seen you. You seem to have a short hair, but you have some facial hair, and that wasn't the way it was about a year ago. What's going on with you?
Yes, of course. I have recently started sprouting some wonderful facial hair. It is all in. I'm going through puberty. Also, I had head lice. So.
Oh, you had head lice, and so they cut your head. Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of kids have head lice. Hey, Katie, have your kids ever had head lice?
I mean, thank God, no. Can you believe 3 kids and no lice in my house? I shouldn't do that. I got to knock on all the things right now.
Knock on all things. When I was little, literally all the kids had lice.
But
I mean, like in my family. Yeah, not fun. All right, let's move on. We've got so much to cover, and I want to move quickly because I don't want to miss anything because of these guests. And plus, by the way, you guys, we have a couple of really fun announcements that we're going to be making later on, and we've got 3 other guests after our spellers. So now it is quite possible that some of our viewers tonight did not get the opportunity to see our 3 friends at the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee hosted by A.C.T. last spring. And so we wanted to show our viewers just how remarkable you 3 are in a segment that we call Getting to Know You While in Quarantine. That's the name of the segment. Brian just hates when I do that. And I'm sure Katie Diamond hates when I do that as well.
I just imagine that it's probably very loud in Brian's ear hole. That's all I'm thinking.
Honestly, getting to know you. I'm just saying.
It's like a massage for my eardrum.
All right, so let's start with Miss Logainne Schwarz and Grubenniere. Before we ask, we've got a couple questions for each of the guests. But before we do that, for those of you that did not see Logan in Spelling Bee, I want to just remind you how fabulous this girl is. I'm going to find her clip right here. Oh, here we go. Have a look at this.
She would like to meet me when I've grown and I burst like a comet. I'm so stressed by my stress, I just want to up and vomit. Woe is me, woe is me, which is why I gotta win this spelling. Be smart, be cool, be an adult, be remarkably adroit in social situations.
Wow, you were hanging on a basketball hoop. That's scary.
That takes up her body strength.
What?
That takes up her body strength, right?
I'm very strong.
Mm-hmm.
You look very strong. You certainly are. Hey, Logan, we got a question for you. And we talked a little bit about your dads, but during the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee hosted by A.C.T. last year, we learned all about your family and your two dads that we just talked about. Have your dads been getting along during this period of isolation?
Well, I wouldn't say that they've been fighting, Dan. I would say they've been having heated discussions, mostly pertaining to my homeschooling. Because you see, I was supposed to take the SATs and the A.C.Ts and preparing for them, but now they're not really a thing anymore because they're kind of biased and stupid, we realized. And so now we're looking for other ways to showcase my excellence to the American people.
I am sure that you're going to find lots of ways to show your excellence to the American people because you are just so excellent. But, you know, Logan, we remember that you like to collect buttons and patches on your school blazer. I remember that was a big part of your outfit when you were at A.C.T. And now there's no need to really wear your school uniform. So are you finding other places to wear your buttons and your patches and your things?
It's such a good question, Dan, and I'm so glad you asked because, of course, just because school closes doesn't mean that the fight for equality ends.
Yes.
And yes. So I am the president of the LGBTQIA Zoom club in my 5th grade. And during those meetings, which I host as president, I do have a giant gay pride flag behind me covered in pins representing racial and gender equality. But Dan, I will tell you, pins are not enough, and it's going to take a lot more than pins to heal this country.
That is true. That is no joke. That is absolutely true. And we're glad that you are on the forefront of this battle, as it were. Now, William,
yes?
Mr. Barfee, sorry, Barfee.
Thank you.
Question for you. Oh, before we ask your question, I want to remind the viewers who might not have seen the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee hosted by A.C.T. last season. I want to remind everybody how spectacular you were. So have a look at this.
Magic don't go kaput. Magic magic crack the goddamn laptop. Magic come on. It's an alphabet way
Amazing. Oh wow, Barfi, you're just Barfee. Yeah, your magic foot. Everything about you is just spectacular. We've got a question for you. Oh no, actually, Katie, why don't you take this question? Go ahead.
Oh, I do have a question because I've been wondering if it's hard social distancing from all of your friends, especially your friends from the spelling bee.
Joke's on you, Katie, because all my friends were already online, so I am thriving. I don't have to worry about going to school and seeing all those other those kids. I'm just pretty much sticking to my online chat room and D&D on demand. That's DDOD, and it's just been a root toot time.
Great,
that's amazing.
Here.
Cheers to that. Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah.
Hey, who's got? Oh, Brian, we've got the next question for Olive. Yep.
Olive. Well, first, why don't we just remind ourselves of how amazing Olive was in the spelling?
Olive is one of the sweetest children that I've ever met, and I think for those of you that saw her in Spelling Bee, you'll agree. But for those of you who haven't, have a look at this. Oh, so sweet.
Pretty.
You're such a sweet little girl. Bryan, do you want to ask her a question?
Yeah, Olive. So how are things going between your parents these days?
They actually seem like pretty civil. I mean, now my mom and dad live in 2 different houses, and I think that really helps a lot. And I've been staying with my mom in quarantine. And also, did you know that if you switch around the letters in quarantine, you get Ian Ran Quiet? And Ian is significant for me because that was the name of my pet llama, who actually died recently, but like not in a sad way, because I just didn't really need him anymore, and he sort of like served his purpose. And I didn't like kill him or anything like that. I wouldn't do that. Like that would be mean. But I just have so many friends now that my mom said that Ian was kind of like ready to move on, and so we gave him a eulogy, and I said Ian ran quiet in the eulogy, and I realized that's also quarantine if you get the letters.
That's so clever. Now, let me just summarize what you just said. You had a llama and it's dead?
Oh, sorry. I meant to say imaginary llama.
Oh,
that clarifies.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, Olive, we're so happy to see you. I also wanted to ask you, are you reading any books during this time, Olive?
Yeah, well, I've reread my dictionary about 26 times over the quarantine, so I kind of got bored of that. So instead, I've been using my mom's iPad to look up synonyms on thesaurus.com for words that I really like, and that's been really fun for me.
Yeah. Well, but you are a true speller at heart. Now, Bryan, do you want to talk about the quarantine cocktail?
I do.
Yeah.
So normally at this time we ask our guests what their favorite quarantine cocktails are. So I'm just wondering.
But before we do that, because I have to do this for Rebecca Baglio, because she just mentioned it on Facebook, we like to call this segment "Everybody Raise a Glass 'Cause We're Stuck Inside the House."
That one's not.
Thanks, Rebecca. Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah, not a massage to the eardrums.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so we know our spellers are not old enough to drink adult beverages yet, but we want to know what you are drinking to get you through quarantine. And I'd love Mr. Barfee to start.
William, remind everybody how old you are, please.
Yes, of course. I am the ripe age of 12 and looking great.
Yes, you are.
You look great. Tell us what you're drinking these days while in quarantine.
So I've created a cocktail called Tums and Tonic. So I got some Tums here, and I muddle up the Tums. See, you get the Tums nice and muddled. I put it in my Mickey Mouse cup, and then I put a little dash of Pure Lax to make sure that I regular. And then top it off with a little bubble water. It could be whatever flavor you want, but you know it does the trick. and the secret is to not stir it. Let sediment stay at the bottom.
That makes total sense. Wow.
I'm gonna try that.
I can't. That's amazing. Thank you for showing us how to make that and the ingredients, because I bet a lot of our viewers are going to try that. Katie Diamond, are you going to try that?
You know, I might need to after this quarantine is over.
All right. Let's talk to Olive. Hey, Olive Ostrovsky, can you tell us what your quarantine cocktail has been?
Sure. Mine's been a Shirley Temple. My mom says I'm kind of going through a Shirley Temple phase. She was really independent, had a pretty good career as a kid. So here's what you do. You have a little bit of ice. Mine's a little melted now. It's really hot in here. Here's some Sprite, and you pour that in like that. And then you take this stuff called grenadine. It's like this cherry syrup, and you pour that in like a whole and then you put some cherries, you just sort of put the cherry in like that. So
wow, are you gonna try it? Oh, look at that. You try. You try. Is it good?
It's perfect.
And again, you're 10 years old also?
I'm actually 12.
Oh, you're 12. You're 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You're a little bit older than Logan. I forgot about that.
I was 9 at the B. I was the youngest speller at
That's
the B.
Yes,
Right.
I'm
I'm
sorry
10
for
now.
not remembering that. Yep. Well, Logan, speaking of Logan, tell us what your quarantine cocktail has been.
Well, my quarantine cocktail is served in a Starbucks cup. I don't know if you remember Starbucks, but we used to go there. And I have a little bit of CBD that I drop into the water that I have here. CBD, of course, does not work, but we pretend it does. And I put that in, and then I add a little bit of, it's already in here, but the echinacea plant, which is really good for its anti-inflammatory properties. And it tastes terrible, but you drink it really fast with this silicone straw that's good for the environment.
Oh, wow. That was great.
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
Logan, that was awesome. I'm really, really proud of you for that. It seems very healthy and all natural. Now, we have asked we're going to move on. We have asked each of our spellers to pick a well-known person. It can be a celebrity. It could be somebody that we all know. And they are going to perform a brief monologue as that character. And the other spellers are going to guess who it is only by asking yes or no questions. Now, our spellers do not know each other's characters, and we're going to take turns guessing. Are you guys ready? Are you ready, spellers?
Oh, yeah.
We like to call this segment, don't play it yet, Brian. We like to call this segment, here we go. Who am I? That's good. I can't. But we like to call this segment.
We love musicals.
Wait, where am I? We like to call this segment Who am I? All right, so why don't we start with Logan? So again, Logan is going to do a brief monologue from a character or a celebrity, and Barfee and Olive, we would like you guys to guess. So let's have Logan do her monologue. Here you go, Logan.
Burping a little bit from that CBD because I drank it so fast. Okay, here we go. I stand before you tonight in my red star chiffon evening gown, my face softly made up, my fair hair gently parted, the Iron Lady of the Western world.
Wow, that was great. Hey, Barfee and Olive, do you guys have any idea who Logan's character could have been?
Is that Elmo?
You did Elmo.
No, but I could sort of see why you would guess that. Sort of.
Okay.
I can too. Hey, Olive, any guesses?
Is it Margaret Thatcher?
You got it.
Yay! Good for you, Olive. And
it's a famous Iron Lady speech.
Yeah, and viewers, I will tell you that they really did not know. They do not know who each other's characters are. Okay, let's move on. How about Olive? We would like to have your monologue, your celebrity monologue, and Barfee and Logan will guess this time. Take it away, Olive.
Okay. How do you do, grandfather? I'm very glad to see you. Aren't you going to show me our house? No? Okay, no problem. I'll just let myself in. Grandfather, where's my bed supposed to be? Oh, okay, I'll just sleep on this bale of hay. I don't need a bed. I can make up my own dinner. It's no problem. I love you, grandfather. I'm still here.
Wow, that was so great. Okay, Barfee, what about you? You want to guess?
Yes, it is very odd brand for Olive because I think it's Shirley Temple.
Yeah, but it's Shirley Temple as Heidi in the 1937 film.
But I think that counts. Yay! Good for you,
I was
William.
going to say Ellen DeGeneres. I was really far off, but
yeah, you were that
very similar.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand, Logan, why you would have chosen that, but that was incorrect. William did win. All right, and William Barfee, we would like to. Barfee, accent aigu. We would like to hear your celebrity impersonation or whatever you're planning on doing. And Olive and Logan are going to guess. Take it away.
Okay, I'm going to do my impression of this celebrity reading lines as Ellis Boyd Redding, otherwise known as Red from the Shawshank Redemption.
All right.
Okay, the first night's the toughest, no doubt about it, okay? They march you in naked as the day you were born, skin burning and half blind from the delousing stuff they throw on you, okay? And then when they put you in that cell, when those bars slam home, okay? That's when you know it's real, okay? A whole life blown away in the blink of an eye, okay? China.
Wow, that was really, really interesting. Let's have Olive guess first. Olive, any idea who that could be?
Lance Bass.
Was that Lance Bass, William?
No, he's not a member of NSYNC.
Logan, any guesses, Logan?
Was it the great sex educator Esther Perel?
No, and I believe the great sex educator you're thinking of is Ruth.
Ruth. Katie Diamond, would you like to guess at all?
No. I don't know what to say.
So
I think we're all stumped.
I know. Yeah. So, William, why don't you tell us who that was?
That was the 45th president of the United States of America, Donald Jonathan Trump.
Wow. Good for you. That was an excellent impersonation. Great job, you guys.
Well, thanks, everybody.
That was a really, really fun game. Okay, we're going to move on to our next game. Is it me or you?
It's me.
Oh, because I got a D.
Oh, okay. We'll do that then.
Okay, great. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's you. Go ahead.
Namaste. Do you have that Buddha still, Olive? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So something else. So again, all the spelling bees were canceled this year, and it was very sad. But also, many, many other school activities were canceled this year. Very sad, including though everybody's High School Musical. We were all looking forward. Everybody has such great roles that they were all cast in. Everybody wrote to tell us about it. But here at A.C.T., we know the arts matter and theater matters. And so we wanted to give our spellers an opportunity to perform what they would have in their High School Musical this year. So, Mr. Barfee.
Thank you. Yes.
We would love. What role were you cast as in your High School Musical?
Not high school. His elementary school.
Elementary, whatever it is.
Yeah, it was the Cold Springs Morris Day School middle school production of Grease, and I was cast properly as Danny Zuko.
Duh.
Totally properly. All right,
Duh.
so you were cast as Danny Zuko, and unfortunately the production was canceled because school shut down, right?
Yep.
Would you like to perform a number from Grease?
Yes, I also have my dad's old leather jacket to
Wow.
add to the show.
All right, great. Whenever you're ready, you can sing your song that you were meant to sing at your elementary school for us right now.
Okay, here we go. Oh, the volume's not on. Sorry.
That's okay. You can take your time.
Okay, you got this, William. Branded at the drive-in, branded a fool. What will they say Monday at school? Sandy, can't you see I'm in misery? We made a start, now we're apart. There's nothing left for me. Love has flown all alone. I sit, I wonder why you left me. Oh, Sandy. Sandy, my darling, you hurt me real bad. You know it's true. And all I say to you, Sandy, is I love you. I really do. In heaven forever and ever we will be. Oh, please say you'll stay. Oh, Sandy. 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 Oh, Sandy.
Yay! Oh, William, that was such a good job. I'm so sorry that all your classmates and your teachers aren't going to see you do that live on stage at your elementary school, because it was really, really terrific. Hey, Olive,
Yeah.
I heard that you were cast in a really, really difficult role in your elementary school. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So they didn't have enough girls in my boys at my school. So basically they held auditions for the Music Man for the role of Professor Harold Hill, who is a con artist but really smart, because like he really knows how to get people on board for stuff, and he has a very wide vocabulary. So I really enjoyed him. I studied really hard, and I made this hat for. Kind of tall, but
it's good. Wow.
And it's not gonna make the whole shot, but I'm gonna try a song called Trouble.
That's a famous song. Yep, a famous song from Music Man. And here is Olive, who would have been playing Harold Hill in her elementary school production of Music Man. She's gonna do it for all of us during our happy hour tonight. Take it away, Olive.
Thanks. Well, you got trouble, my friend. I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player. I'm certainly mighty proud to say it. I'm very, very proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Helps you cultivate horse sense with a cool head and a keen. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in a table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B, and that rhymes with T, and that stands for cool. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. Say your young men will be frittering away their noontime, supper time, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket. Never mind getting dandelions pulled or the sherbet or trouble, right? There's trouble right here in River City. Right here in River City. And that's a capital T, and it rhymes with P. That stands for
Yeah!
That was actually pretty perfect.
It was perfect.
Nothing better.
It was wonderful. And, I think that William really liked it too. And he was eating while you were performing. That was amazing.
I didn't know my camera was on.
That looks good.
Great. Olive, we thought that was so terrific, and it's too bad that you're not going to be playing Harold Hill in your production of Music Man. Hey, Logan, I happen to know that you were doing one of my favorite shows at your elementary school, and unfortunately it got canceled. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you were meant to perform?
I really would like to tell you, Dan. So we were going to do chorus line, and I was the 18th chorus member on the right because it was in height descending order. And so I was holding up the right side, which is very difficult when you do like pinwheels and things, And my backstory was that as a chorus girl, I was a waitress paying off student loans, and I had a foster dog, and I had a boyfriend, but not a serious one. And you won't see all this song, but.
Wow, you really did your homework on that. You did a backstory on your character. This is a lot of things that we teach our students at our A.C.T. Conservatory about a backstory and all that.
All your character.
All your character. Yeah. So Logan, do you mind doing a little number from Chorus Line that you were supposed to do?
I would really like to. Okay, hold on a second.
All right.
See me? Got this, Logan. Okay.
You got it.
1. Singular sensation. Every little step she takes. 1. Thrilling combination. Every move that she makes. 1 smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you. No. Moment in a presence, and you can't forget the rest. All the second best to none. Son. Ooh, sigh. Give her your attention. Do I really have to mention she's the
for you, Logan. Good job. Was that fun?
Yeah, it was. It would have been really, really hard to do it that big with the 18 other people on the right and then the 18 other girls on the left. So it's honestly better that it didn't even happen.
In a way, it's a gift, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting to me that an elementary school is choosing to do a chorus line.
It is interesting,
Very
isn't
adult.
it? Yeah, it's a very adult-themed show. I think let's give a hand for all of our spellers for their amazing, amazing work. That was really, really great. All right, let's move on to the next thing. So we always like to know what our happy hour guests' top 3 must-have quarantine items are. And so we're hoping that our spellers tonight, our kids, will share that with us in a segment that we like to call No, they can't take that away from me. That's right. That's right. It's called No, they can't take that away from me. Yep, get it? It's about our quarantine must-haves. Okay, so let's move on. Olive, we would like to know what your 3 quarantine... I'm just looking at these Facebook messages right now and it's out of control. I want to know, Olive, what your 3 must-have quarantine items are.
Okay. Obviously, I bet you could guess the first one. Dictionary.
Dictionary.
My water bottle. You have to stay hydrated. We're on a deserted island. I just figure that's smart. And then a wok, which it's I can't cook in it yet because it's big, slightly bigger than my body, but and I assume that there won't be like a stove, but I just like the word wok because it smells like it sounds like wok, but it's spelled differently. And I do plan on taking walks on the deserted island, which is I'm bringing the wok. I'm bringing the wok.
That's awesome. Good for you. I totally understand everything that you were saying. Hey, William Barfee, can you tell us your 3 must-have quarantine items?
Yes, of course. First and foremost, hand sanitizer. You really like to lather that on. I do it once every 14 minutes. Really keeps the germs at bay. Secondly, I have a nice saline nasal solution. It's very good. It sprays all the way up to your brain sometimes, and it feels nice. And then finally, Bananagrams, which is a fun game. It has a lot of word spelling in it. And I have one more surprise thing. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I like to call this the makeup surprise. I learned that in quarantine.
Hey, how great.
I learned that in quarantine.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was really good, Barfee.
Thank you.
That was really interesting. Hey, Logan, I'd love to know what your 3 must-have quarantine items are.
Okay, well, the first one is my pack of scrunchies. I have 4 that I'm wearing now, and then I have several others. This is to celebrate my feminine side.
Wow, cool.
I have this patriotic red helmet, which I wear for the hopeful healing of our country and its divisions.
Makes sense.
And then, obviously, I have Palo Santo, which I burn while I spell to relax. And because CBD doesn't really work, this does. And I have to do everything I can to calm down, to spell, and celebrate my love of orthography.
Oh yes, orthography. I had to Google that word. That was great stuff, Logan. It makes total sense why those are your 3 must-have items. Now, hey, viewers, ever since the spelling bee, these 3 kids have really become very popular. They've become trendsetters in a way. I guess they're referred to as influencers, right? And we wanted the kids to be able to share some advice or information with our viewers. Was there a logo for this or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, yeah. So why don't we start with Logan? I'd be very, very curious to know, for you to give some advice to our viewers. We call this Logan's tips for dealing with anxiety during quarantine. Take it away, Logan.
Yes, I have a quarantine show called Woke Logan Breathing Tips. And in Woke Logan Breathing Tips, I help other children to breathe. Here is one of the ways that you can calm down. Number 1. look at your colored pencil and breathe.
Yep.
Number 2, look at your sticker book filled with past and present American presidents and breathe. And then the third one is the most fun. Take a Lactaid pill or a store brand Lactaid pill and have some ice cream and breathe.
That is such great advice. You know, I take a Lactaid pill every night at about 11 o'clock when I start binging on my Haagen-Dazs ice cream. True story.
Every night, full pint. Sherry Garcia.
Full
No
pint.
joke.
It's going well. It's going well. Thank you, Logan. Hey, Olive, we know that you love to wear overalls. We always see you in overalls. Can you tell us about Olive's overall collection, the best way to dress for quarantine?
Yes, I have found that overall
Oh!
have been the best thing to wear for quarantine. These are the ones that I wore for the spelling bee last year, and I love it. Okay, so this is a surprise. I've actually collected 3 of my favorite pairs of overalls, keeping the leaders, our fearless leaders in mind, our fearless leaders being Dan, Bryan, and Katie. So just sort of thinking about all of your personal needs, I have chosen these 3 pairs of overalls. So this one is for you, Dan, because I know you like to play multiple characters in your shows, and you need to like transition between those costumes. So this is really easy. All you have to do is like one move. You just go, you unhook them, boom, and then you wear the costume underneath, and you're good. And that will make for a very smooth transition as far as costumes. Bryan, I noticed last week that you played this amazing rendition of Piano Man, and it was so intense, and it was so heartfelt, and it was so like aggressive, and I just felt like you were probably getting really hot. And so these, which we got at a J. Crew outlet. Oh no, I'm not supposed to say outlet. We got them at regular J. Crew's and regularly. Okay, these are bows that sort of sit on top of your shoulder, and next time you play piano, you can just sort of like wipe away the sweat, and that's for you. And then Katie, so these are actually my mom's, and they're from Anthropology. We got them on sale. Nope, not on sale. They were expensive, regular old, very expensive pair of overalls, and I thought they were perfect for you because they have these little pretty flowers, and you're really pretty, and also you're like a really fierce, cool businesswoman. And these buttons, they don't actually button; they're just details. They're not functional, but they make you look like you've tried really hard. But instead, on the side, there's a zipper. So for quarantine, it's perfect. You just pop in, and just like my mom said, you want to be comfortable, but pretend like you really tried hard.
Brilliant. I love it.
Oh, wow. Katie, what do you think of
I have to say, those little flowers were really, they really meant business.
Yeah.
And
Good
it's
for
very
you.
true that business ladies don't have time for buttons.
That's true.
They don't have time. They've got too much on their plate.
No,
Hurry, hurry.
I have to say, like, Mom, for someone who just went on a spiritual journey, you're like not being super spiritual right now with like not allowing me to say we got it at an outlet, but that's okay.
I know that you have a interesting relationship with your mom, but we'll talk about that later once we're done with the live stream. Hey, William Barfee, can you tell us about William's nasal cleansing 101?
Yes, of course. In case you've been living under a rock, you are well aware that I have to clean my nasal cavity quite often. So I have this wonderful machine called a lavage, and I have a gallon of distilled water. So what I do is I put the distilled water into the fill line, and then you make sure you get the lavage pods. Make it like that. And then this is the best part. You click it in, and all the saline solution goes in. Now, it's all mixed up. So now you put this on your nose, and the water goes in one nostril, out the other, and into the bottom. Look.
Oh, God.
There it goes. There it goes. And then if you want, you can like twist it around and oh God. I have a deviated septum on this side, so it's a little harder. Stop. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. The trick is to breathe out of your mouth. You can't breathe through your nose, obviously, because of water.
Oh my God.
Does it go into your throat?
That was awesome, William. Great job. Good for you. I'm
Thank
really
you.
proud of you guys. You guys did great jobs preparing for your I don't know. We're gonna move on. The next part was supposed to be Katie. This was your thing, the lightning round of questions. But I think we should skip that part because we still have 3 guests after these. Yes, Katie.
That's fine. I'm fine skipping it. But there's one question that I do need to ask.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I just need to know who your favorite is, Dan, Bryan, or Katie.
Ah, good. Yep, that makes sense for you to ask. Why don't we start with Olive? Olive, who is your favorite? Dan, Katie, or Bryan?
Dan.
Yay! Hey, Logan, who is your favorite? Dan, Katie, or Bryan?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with Bryan because he's so calm and
No,
cool.
I'm sorry, Barfi.
Wait, let her tell you why.
I just aspire to be that way one day. That's all. That's all.
What way?
Calm and cool.
That makes total sense. No, listen, I'm all for that.
I get that.
Will
We
you-
see each other.
We see each other. Oh, that was another good question. Nene Leakes or Kenya Moore, but we're not gonna go. Hey, Barfi, what about you? Dan, Katie, or Bryan?
Well, it's a bit of a conundrum because Dan will employ me, Bryan will lead me to excellence, and Katie is a beautiful woman, so I plead the fifth.
Oh, good job.
I got nothing.
I think
So
that was good,
honest.
Katie. They did a good job. And that's good. All right, let's move on. So we're going to skip the questions. All right. After appearing at A.C.T. for the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, our spellers began to be recognized globally and began to travel the world, seeing famous places and meeting lots of celebrities and VIPs, and given several business opportunities. Here are some photos of our spellers over the past year. Let's start with Olive. I'm just looking for the pictures. Here we go. Olive, tell us about this picture. You had a really amazing opportunity. Tell us about this.
Oh yeah, that was really cool. I met Obama and also his daughters Sasha and Malia and their dogs Bo and Sunny. And Bo is a Portuguese water dog, and that's my favorite.
Wow. What did his hand feel like?
Smooth as butter.
Smooth as butter. I can only imagine. Here's one more from Olive. Olive, tell us all about this. I know that you love the Middle East, and we're curious to know about your trip to Egypt.
Oh yeah, that was really cool. I couldn't believe they let me climb those things. And did you know also that those are one of the 7 wonders of the world, and also that if they were built today, it would cost $5 billion and take 5 years with a team of 2,000 workers with bulldozers, cranes, and helicopters?
I did not know that. That's wow. I can't believe that. And it's amazing that you got to climb that. Anita D'Onofrio is killing me with these Facebook. Anita, we love you, Anita. Hi, Anita. All right. Who is next? William, we want to talk to you about some of your travels. I happen to know, because I've talked to you offline about this, that you are a big fan of that TV show called Cheer, which is about cheerleading and what a competitive sport that is. Tell us about this picture.
The girls were getting a little too excited for nationals, and I had to crack the whip and remind them that they placed third last year. They did not place anywhere near where they should have, because I won first in the B and they won third in the competition, and I told them no matter how good you think you are, you've got to be better.
Yeah, they always must be better. For those of you that have not watched Cheer, I highly recommend it. If you're looking for a Netflix show, watch Cheer. Is it on Netflix?
Yep.
Yeah, we loved it. All right, great. Oh wait, we got another one from William. Let me just find it right here. Hang on. Oh yes, I remember this, William. You loved the show Downton Abbey. I remember that when you were at A.C.T. for 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, that you talked about Downton Abbey, specifically Maggie Smith, a lot, and you had a great opportunity. You were able to actually meet them. Tell us about this photo.
Oh well, meeting Maggie Smith I think that's what started puberty for me. It was a real great awakening for me. I love traveling to across the pond, as they say. I had some tea and some crumpets, and Maggie and I were really we got real chummy over that.
That makes total sense. Oops, wait, hold on. We're getting rid of this. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Hang on. Yep. Great. Yes. Maggie Smith and you are good friends. She actually wrote me a letter telling me how much she loves you. Yes. So maybe you'll get another opportunity to meet her at some point. Okay. Let's move on. How about Logan? Hey, Logan. I remember this. You got to meet one of your idols, the person that you worship, the person that you emulate, the person that you wish that you could be. Tell us about this.
Greta is everything that you think she is, and you can see how happy I am in that picture. I was absolutely floored by her presence and her mission, and the only thing that went wrong is that I forgot my eco-friendly water bottle, so I had a disposable water bottle, and she saw it, and I was very ashamed. Other than that, it was great, though. It was great.
Yeah, she's quite a young woman. She's amazing. But on the opposite side of the spectrum, I happen to know a little secret. You got to perform with J-Lo at the Super Bowl halftime show. Is that what we call it? Halftime show?
Yeah. I'm
not a football fan. But tell us about this photo.
Okay, so J-Lo is a really good dancer. Even though she's, not like super young, and I really aspire to be an amazing dancer for my whole life, even when I'm in my 50s or even my 90s. And she really upholds that, and I think that she's so cool, and it was an honor to be next to her.
Yes, in your 50s or even your 90s. That is great. Let me just see where we are. Okay, great. Okay. So kids, we have some other guests that we want to bring on. We've got 10 minutes left. But before we let you go, I wanted to let you guys know, and also our viewers, that A.C.T. is still holding our private voice and acting lessons through the magic of Zoom. And thanks to a very generous A.C.T. donor, there are several scholarship opportunities available. So if you are interested for your kids to study at A.C.T. with Bryan, with me, with Katie, visit our website and learn more about some fantastic scholarship opportunities. Okay, so kids, we want to thank you so much for being a part of our live stream tonight. We've got 3 other amazing guests to bring on, so we're going to let you go. And while we let you go, we have an amazing announcement to tell our viewers. So I'm going to say goodbye to you. Thank you, Olive. It was so great seeing you.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Barfee. It was so wonderful seeing you, and we will see you soon. Okay. All right. So here we are. Katie, can you see us?
I mean, I can see you, but you're all.
Oh God, wait.
Can you see me?
I can see you, but something's going bad with your video. Can you hear us?
What's happening?
Well, we can still hear you, so we'll just, Bryan, come closer to me. We'll just do a little.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So, Katie, tell our viewers about this incredible announcement that we've been waiting to share with.
Yes, we're very, very excited. As you all know, we had to cancel our in-person gala, which was supposed to be held in April, and we were very sad about that. But of course, had to.
Oh, well, we seem to have lost Katie. Her internet connection was terrible. There's some Ridgefield stuff going on. So what Katie was saying is that we had to cancel our in-person gala, our live gala, which is a big hit on A.C.T. But the good news is we are doing a virtual gala, and we are so excited about that. It is going to be a star-studded event. I'm not going to say too much about it, but perhaps Kristen Chenoweth will stop by. Perhaps our friend Carol Kane will stop by. Who else?
Many other surprises. So we're really looking forward to it. Some of our Jagged Little Pill cast is going to perform just a little bit. And, it's going to be just very special. We're reinventing what it means to do a gala in these crazy times. And we really, really hope you'll join us. What's the date again?
The date is, I want to say June 25th. You know what? I've got an awesome graphic here. Hang on. Here we are. Oh, look at that. A.C.T's annual gala extended intermission edition. It is June 26th at 7 p.m. If you would like to if you would like to participate or watch our gala, June 26th at 7 o'clock. For tickets and other information, visit actofct.org. It is going to be fantastic. I mean, truly. I'm not giving too much away if I say people like Kristen Chenoweth and name some other singers, some of the singers.
Elizabeth Stanley.
Elizabeth Stanley, Jack Little Pill.
Kate Baldwin.
Will
also
Baldwin.
join us.
It's going to be. I'm actually really proud of the gala that we put together, and it's going to be amazing. So you can go to our website to learn about our virtual gala on June 26th. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Here it is one more time. Let me just find it before we bring our other guests on. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, look at that. It's called our Extended Intermission Edition Gala, June 26th, live at 7 p.m. So please buy tickets to our gala. Truly, it's going to be amazing. All right. So now it is time to bring on, wait, where are we? Yes. Okay. Here we are. Yep, it's time to bring on our three new guests, right, Brian?
Some of our A.C.T. alum that you saw recently in Godspell, and we'd love to bring them just for a quick hello and a quick chat, and we're so grateful that they're so generous and are willing to join us tonight. So we'd love to introduce the great and wonderful Phil Sloves.
Phil Sloves. Here is Phil Sloves. He was in our Godspell. Here he is. Hey, Phil.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Did you recognize the jacket?
I do. You stole that jacket from A.C.T.
I bought the jacket from A.C.T.
You bought that jacket. It is great to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Thanks for being a part of our live stream. We're going to show some great photos of you from our Godspell production. But before we do that, let's bring on our next guest. Who's next?
Morgan
Brian?
Billings Smith.
Oh, Morgan. Let's find Morgan. Hey, Morgan. How are ya?
I'm so good. How are you? It's so good to see you guys.
So great.
It's been so long.
We haven't seen you in so long. It's been forever. You were so wonderful in Godspell. Godspell, of course, was our where am I? Godspell, of course, was our last production before we had to close down the theater for temporarily. And you and Phil and Emma were just standouts in that show, and we're so glad that you are here. Who's next, Brian?
Emma Tannenbaum. Fine.
Emma.
Wait for the lip.
Oh wait. There we go. Hey, Emma, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. It's great to be here. Lovely to see you all.
It's so great to see you. We haven't seen you since Godspell, and I was just saying to William, to Phil and Morgan, how terrific you guys are. Oh, Katie seems to be back. Hey, Katie.
Hi, I'm sorry.
No problem. I was able to give all the information about our gala, so no worries at all. Look who's joining us. Phil and Morgan and Emma are joining us.
Hello. I love seeing you guys.
So good to see you.
So
Hey,
good.
guess what? You're my favorite.
Thank you. I knew someone would come around.
Yeah, Morgan.
What are y'all drinking?
Oh, what are you guys?
Your adult beverages.
Hey, Phil, what are you drinking these days?
Got a nice triple Allagash, which I'm about to pop open here.
Love the Allagash.
Nice. What about you, Logan? Emma, what are you drinking?
Well, I am proudly drinking a non-alcoholic.
Oh God.
What? Did you lose me?
No, you're here.
I couldn't hear you, but now we can. Go ahead.
Oh,
You're fine.
I'm proudly drinking this Heineken Zero. It's a non-alcoholic beverage, not because I'm pregnant, but because I've been meditating and I felt that the quarantine booze was getting in the way of my meditation. So, cheers.
Wow.
Makes total sense.
I know that too.
And Morgan, it's great to see you. What have you been drinking?
I made my first ever martini.
Wow.
I had the Olive Ostrovsky.
Oh, that makes total sense. So, for those of you that are watching that have not been to A.C.T. and seen all of our amazing productions, these three they last performed in Godspell at A.C.T. and we wanted to show some stuff. Why don't we start with Emma? Emma, here's a picture of Emma from Godspell. Oh, look at that.
It's a good one.
Yep, that's a good one. You were so good in that show, but I mean, your standout really was right here.
Yeah.
Your number. I mean, it was like so amazing. What was it like being in Godspell at A.C.T., Emma?
It was an absolute blast. It was a joy. It was everything. And
we loved having you. It was like so great. Emma has had Emma's like an amazing comedian. And has had like this fantastic career on TV and film and independent stuff. And she's like a writer, and she's just done so much stuff. And we're so lucky that she's a part of the A.C.T. family. In fact, before she was at A.C.T. in Spelling Bee and also in Godspell, she was actually a big commercial actor, and we happened to find an old Clorox commercial that Emma did. Let's have a look at this.
For life's bleachable moments.
Yeah.
Can I just ask a question about that commercial? Did you not have another blouse?
Oh no, so I had two blouses. There was the one that got ruined and then the clean one.
No, I mean the person, the people in that commercial, they didn't have another blouse they could put on. It was all about the washing machine. That is a flaw in that commercial.
That's a really good point. They didn't do their backstory work the way that Logan does.
Either a blouse or a hot dog costume. Those are the two things in your wardrobe.
We do love having Emma a part of A.C.T. She's just so fabulous. And when we are back, and Freaky Friday which is our next show, I can't wait for the audience, for our patrons to see Emma in Friday. Of course, that was the last show of this season that was supposed to be, and we had to cancel that. But that will be coming back next season, so we can't wait for that. Okay, Phil. We love Phil. Phil has been at A.C.T. for a couple of shows. Of course, he was in Godspell. Let's have a look at. Oh, this was Phil in Godspell. Yep, this was a great part. Phil played
Morgan in the back.
What did you say?
Morgan in the background, killing me.
Morgan in the background. Aside from that, I'm just seeing if there's any other pictures. Nope. Aside from that, Phil has had an amazing career in the theater. You were in SpongeBob SquarePants, and so our conservatory kids that are watching, I'm sure have seen that and know you from that. But let's show the audience you in SpongeBob SquarePants. Look at that. I think it too. Hang on. I'm just looking. Let me see. I do. Hang on one second. I'm looking for it. Maybe I don't. I thought I had a video of it, and I don't think that I do. So, but anyhow, Phil, tell us about SpongeBob SquarePants. What that was like for you?
Yeah, I was a swing and an understudy, so I had to know male ensemble tracks and also Mr. Krabs and Patrick Star. And my first week on call, I got to perform 4 times, 3 times with Mr. Krabs, once with Patrick, and then we closed. I was real quick in and out.
How long did that show run?
The show itself ran, I think, 11 months, 10 months. But I was only there for 2.5 weeks.
Got it. Okay, I see. Here's another picture from Phil from our production of Godspell. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You were so good in Godspell. We love having you a part of Godspell. And look at that. It is it's Morgan, and Morgan was also a part of our Godspell. You guys might remember her looking like that during our Godspell. She was so fabulous and fantastic. But what many people might not know is that Morgan was a child actor, and she was actually a pretty well-known child actor, and she was on Broadway when she was just a little kid, and she was in The Sound of Music. Look at that. Oh, you're so cute. And look at that. Oh, tell us about your experience in Sound of Music.
Oh boy, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. No, it was the best of times. I was 9 years old, and I was commuting every day from Long Island and going to public school in 4th grade on Long Island on the North Shore, and then driving back and forth every day. I was also a swing. So I was lucky, though. I went on a lot. I was the swing for the two youngest girls, Gretel and Marta. And Laura Benanti was the cover at the time for Rebecca Luker for Maria. And she and I went on together a lot. And we became friends, which was really cool.
For our audience that doesn't know what a swing is, tell us what that means.
Yeah, so a swing is sort of like an understudy, but you cover multiple roles. And when those principal actors who play those roles every night are sick or have to go away for whatever reason, you take over those roles.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a tough job to have, especially for a kid. So that is totally cool. Do I have anything? Yeah, that is. Oh, look at here you are in Godspell. We loved you guys in Godspell. Bryan, you want to take that over?
Sure. So we have one more little game for you. We all have our kind of ups and downs in quarantine and our current situation, good days and bad days. But we think it's important to talk about it and laugh about it. So in the spirit, here are some questions for the entire group. And the only rule is you must be completely honest about it. So I wanted to call this segment Confessions from Quarantine, but Dan wanted to call it.
I don't remember. I'm looking for it. Oh, here it is. It's called, we like to call this segment, It's a Hard Knock Life for Us in Quarantine. Yeah.
Nice.
It's good, right? He's like, look at his face.
He loves you, though,
Oh my God, it's pouring out right now. It's like raining like crazy. Do you hear it?
I do.
Great. All right. So go ahead. Why don't we ask the questions?
All right. So I'm going to ask you.
Oh, in case anybody's wondering where Katie is, her internet connection sucks. And so she fell off. But she just texted me that she's watching. So,
Katie, you're my favorite. I don't want to
All right. So here's a question for each of you. And we'll answer very quickly in this order. Phil, Morgan, and Emma. All right. When was the last time you put on a pair of pants that did not have an elastic waistband?
Today.
Phil says today. And Morgan?
Like 3 or 4 days ago.
And Emma?
I don't remember, and I'm being honest. I only have leggings.
Same. What is the most amount of days you have gone without showering since March 12th?
Like 4.
All right.
Yeah, I want to say 4 as well.
3.
Good for you. Have you ever had a cocktail before 4 p.m.?
Yes.
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 Have you ever gotten unreasonably angry at someone's social media post about their productivity?
No.
I have. Actually, I think it was Phil. Phil posted like a status that was like, I've lost this amount of weight. I haven't been drinking. I haven't been having sugar or carbs. I was like, ew.
It was fake.
And then it was
So I saw that post and I got really angry, and then I saw that it was a joke at the end. But I did get mad, which was interesting.
I was so cool.
All right, next question. Have you ever told your significant other that you had to leave your home for something, but you really just wanted to get the hell away from them?
Yeah.
I haven't actually.
No, I take long walks all the time. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I love Luke. I love Luke. So
you can love people and need to have space, right?
I love that.
Okay,
I'm pretty clingy.
All right. Have you ever become so involved in a reality TV show that you actually think you are friends with the cast?
Hoarders, Dr. Zazio.
Oh boy, I got really into Drag Race this season, and Heidi. Heidi? Oh my God, that's so funny because I did Heidi earlier. Heidi.
No, I never ever would let that happen.
Good for you. Emma has boundaries. Last question. Name one unrealistic quarantine aspiration. In other words, name your biggest quarantine fail.
Oh wow, biggest quarantine fail. I don't have abs yet.
Okay, very good.
Not yet. I have baked, oh boy, I have really failed at baking some things. I baked these nasty muffins that were parsnip muffins. Don't recommend.
Nailed it.
Emma.
I'm reading a book about OCD called Can't Just Stop, recommended to me by Michelle, actually, my cousin, Michelle Tannenbaum. And I haven't finished it yet. And I'm a really slow reader, and that's a fail.
Michelle Tannenbaum, by the way, was our amazing director for a production that we did last season called the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. And she was an amazing director, and we had such incredible actors in Spelling Bee. And I really missed those.
Michelle gave me a book to read about OCD, so that's
Any other questions, Bryan? That's it. That is it. So you guys, I cannot thank you enough, Phil, and I'm thinking of your character's name because I keep seeing it, and Emma and Morgan and Katie, wherever you are. We're just so thrilled that you guys were a part of this. Before we leave, we'd like to have a couple of words of hope or inspiration from our guests. So, Phil, do you have anything to say to our viewers?
I know that right now is very difficult, but I've learned for myself that getting outside and moving has been very helpful to my mental health. So if you can do that, I recommend doing so.
I completely agree. Emma, anything for you to say?
Community is so important, and we're so lucky to have one another at A.C.T. And just lean into your community. They're lucky to have you.
It's great. Thank you so much for saying that. And Morgan, anything from you?
Something I'm working on is just trying not to put more stress and pressure on myself, and just learning to embrace the things that I'm enjoying over the course of this time.
Makes total sense. Hey, Bryan, what about you?
You know, I think this happy hour can't go by without taking a moment for George Floyd. And I want to just say a special just moment of just friendship to our friends of color in Ridgefield and the community at large. And if you haven't passed by the Lounsbury House, there's a wonderful memorial, and I urge you to lay flowers there as a message of love to our Black and brown friends that are close to us. I think it matters so much. And that is my message of hope for today.
And I couldn't agree more. And I just want to say that I say this every happy hour, just to remember that we are not alone, that we are all going through this together, which somehow in a weird way gives me hope and makes me feel comforted. It's a crazy, crazy time. And we hope that we at A.C.T. are bringing you, our viewers, just a little bit of relief and joy and happiness. And we're really excited about our gala on June 26th. So I hope that you guys will join us. Hey, Phil, hey, Morgan, and Emma, I love you guys, and we're so glad that you guys were a part of this. It was so much fun. And William Barfee and Logan Schwarz and Grubenniere and Olive Ostrovsky, I know that it's past your bedtime and you guys are sleeping right now. Thank you guys for being a part of Happy Hour 2. We will see you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. So long, everybody. Love you.